wait is over. After some time away for both these sides to rest and regroup, the Chattanooga Red Wolves and Fort Wayne FC are back in action for their first ever meeting. Philip Galati with you tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. From the Wolves' Den, a formidable sight for opponents last year. Chattanooga going to the postseason for the first time since they went all the way to the final in 2022. When you look at how they started last year compared to this year, it's night and day. In the 2025 preseason rankings, the Red Wolves were picked to finish dead last. 3 points from their first 3 matches last year to open the campaign. But then they put it together down the stretch for an incredible campaign. This season, they're undefeated in league play thus far. A win against Greenville on the road in the season opener. Last time out, a well-fought draw with AB Alta, and tonight, their first home contest. And a fan favorite back on home soil is Omar Hernandez. Tonight's player to watch presented by News 12, the former Dalton Red Wolves standout in USL League Two with 2 goals and 2 assists through 2 matches thus far, already on a hot streak in 2026. Meanwhile, speaking of USL League Two, Fort Wayne, one of the newest sides to join League One after a couple standout campaigns in USL League Two, still in the hunt for their first W as a pro side. They've played some tough competition, some tough results as well, but head coach Mike Avery says this team is growing week by week, getting better and better. And a big reason why is this man, number 21, Ryan Betcher, carrying the torch of soccer excellence in Fort Wayne. His dad previously played pro indoor soccer in the city. He's already got his first goal for his new club after being second in scoring for Los Bujos in 2025, despite just joining the Owls midway through the season. Gonna be a good one tonight. The sun is setting on Saturday night, but the party just getting started. The first ever meeting between Fort Wayne and Chattanooga. After the break, starting lineups, and then, of course, the first half kick. Don't go anywhere.
This isn't just a team. It's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
He shoots, and he scores!
Moments away from the first ever meeting between Chattanooga and Fort Wayne. A number of changes to the lineup for both sides. After a little bit of a break away from USL League One action, both sides ready to go at full fitness, and those changes that we mentioned. Just one for Chattanooga. It's Josh Ramos getting his second start of the season at the right back spot for Harry Jolly. Jason Smith in his second year as a pro, holding it down in between the pipes. Last year's Golden Glove winner. Meanwhile, Grayson Mercer will lead the lineup top. His first goal for the club in his second season was the game winner against the Greenville Triumph to start the 2026 campaign. Meanwhile, for Fort Wayne, it is a couple more changes in a very young lineup. This is the youngest lineup in the league on average. Tonight, it's their youngest they've played thus far. 23 years, 329 days, the average age. Ryan Betcher playing that 10 spot. Daniel Oyatunde, the 19-year-old Londoner, with his first professional start in USL League One. Jack Thomas to his right, both looking to open their accounts, with the center back pairing of Juan Solis and Michael Rempel adding some experience to the side. Scott McKenzie in his very first season with the club was back in 2024, helped this team turn things around in 2025 to 55 points, second in the table. Fort Wayne looking to be led to their first 3 points tonight in USL League One. They are on the left side of your screen in the yellow. Red Wolves in the red on the right. Benjamin Meyer with a final check of his watch. And the ball is rolling in the Wolves' den. Early offside flag against Grayson Mercer, as both teams, again, returning to play after an extended period of time away. And that can be difficult in the start of the season when coaches are trying new things and shifting ideas around. And Coach Scott McKenzie told us it's a little bit of a double-edged sword to have that break. Yes, you get that rest. You get some added time to address things in training and film. But on the other side of things, there is no substitute for a competitive match. This is an excellent opportunity for the visitors early on, and they score inside the first minute. Tague Healy with his first as a pro, and Fort Wayne are in front on the road. A shocking start from the visitors. Healy put back into the starting 11 tonight, immediately intercepts the back pass. There's work to do from 20 yards out, but he picks his spot, and how? Bottom right corner, cool as you like. And the New Hampshire native getting his first in USL League One. The fastest goal in club history in League One by some margin. And that may be in the record books right up there for the fastest goal all time. Chattanooga barely had a chance to set their shape. And the crowd stunned in the silence. Jason Smith had 11 clean sheets, 12 in all comps last year. Still in the search for his first this year, and that search will go on a little bit longer. A wild miscue, but full credit to the visitors. Mercer down once again, and you can see there may have been some inadvertent contact with the arm of Juan Solis. Towering over the referee, his teammates, his opponents. Physical player, the Colombian, with over 20 appearances in the second division on home soil, represented the Colombian national team at the U18 level. Chattanooga with the chance to hit right back. Second ball well won by Fort Wayne. Gomez trying to get the pass away, and the whistle will go against the Red Wolves. Healy, clever one-time ball, continuing his run. Still showing short for it is Healy, and he's tackled cleanly this time. Now Bentley the other direction. Forced to stop. Ramos. Wires crossed. To the far side, and Healy is onside. Reinforcements arriving. It's a good ball in, and Smith has read it, and he needed to. There looked to be some separation there. Distribution for Jason Smith going to be a big talking point tonight. You saw how quickly he wanted to counter. The Chattanooga way is a very distinct one. Head coach Mike Avery for Fort Wayne told us earlier this week that they cannot let this match turn into a tennis duel. Go back and forth a million miles an hour. Fort Wayne need to set their shape and play their way. Risky sliding challenge for JP Jordan, doesn't come off. Now Hernandez goes over, free kick. Tiago Dias, the guilty party, right outside the 18-yard box. Take another look at it. Well, the ball was won cleanly, but you see there the two-armed pull from Dias, and there's enough force in that from the referee to call a foul. The captain didn't think he was going to win the foot race for the 50-50 ball. Difficult angle to try and whip this one toward goal. Only 3 in the wall. It would take something special. And instead, the effort from Hernandez is rather comfortable for Shipman in the end. Just the second lead Fort Wayne have had this season. Got out to a 2-goal lead against Sarasota, who have the deficit in first half stoppage time, and found an equalizer in the second half. Safe to say it's far from the start that Chattanooga were hoping for, but this is a team that can rally. We mentioned last year, picked to finish last in the preseason rankings as a poor effort bounces wide from Acosta. And despite that, the Red Wolves put their heads down and went to work. 3 draws to open up the season, and then they kicked it into high gear. And coach Scott McKenzie said it's fun to be the underdog. You go out there and you play with your heart. But now coming into this season after finishing second with 55 points, losing in the first round to eventual champions one Knoxville in the playoffs, he said there's a different set of expectations for this group. A lot of returners, players now more experienced, not only playing professionally, but playing in this system together. There is no real substitute for team synergy. Coach McKenzie said those expectations are a blessing. It's a challenge they want to welcome and rise to meet. Another whistle sounds and another late challenge. This time much further from goal. Check out the new 2025 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. Hernandez to swing it in. He'll do well to put some height underneath this one, and he does. Plenty of hang time, maybe too much in the end. Bentley directing traffic, the body language saying, let's just calm things down a little bit. Takes a little bit of mentality, cooler heads, hold your nerves. Conceding an early goal, especially on home soil, can really rattle any player. But the response is what separates the best in the game. Ayambila trying to slalom his way through a pair of yellow shirts and couldn't. Healy, another one-time ball. The idea was there. Spinning away from Thomas as he ran to meet it. Hernandez switches the point of attack. It's Pedro Hernandez into traffic. And Shipman was scrambling. Better look at this Fort Wayne shape now, and a major change in how they're lining up tonight. JP Jordan usually plays as a traditional 6 holding midfielder, lining up at right back instead tonight. Asked head coach Mike Avery about the change, and he said when he was scouting JP Jordan, he saw those defensive abilities, especially on one-on-one scenarios, and the fitness level that he had, the stamina, the ground he covered. It's a very different game defending as a fullback compared to a 6. Obviously in the channel, a lot riskier if you're gonna dive in. Wingers can make a move and get in behind, or underlapping runs can carve out space. So it's about picking and choosing those moments for him tonight. Ramos, the right back for the hosts, losing possession. And the pass too heavy for Take Healy. Mercer battling for it. Solis has shrugged him off. Falls to Ramos. Big shoulder. And now Fort Wayne can counter. Aoudor. Kharmas. Aoudor once again. Excellent split ball for Betcher. One more time to the near side. This is Oyatunde. Flashes of brilliance on the right foot. Cross well defended. Daniel Oyatunde, the former Arsenal Academy product, getting his first start tonight in USL League One. His first as a professional. Grew up idolizing Didier Drogba, which is not something Arsenal fans would want to hear. And Scott McKenzie pensively watches on. conceding in the first minute. Tague Healy did so well to take his chance. It's the second game in a row that Chattanooga have been caught napping. Last time out against AV Alta, Adam Aumish scored against Chattanooga in the second minute. Red Wolves able to come back and take a point on the road. As there are 2 Red Wolves missing from the 18 tonight. The injury report brought to you by the Center for Sports Medicine. Papa Mensah, who played last year with the Greenville Tribe, second all-time in Red Wolves scoring. Unavailable, so too is Walefi, the man who has been with the team since the inaugural season. And over 100 appearances to his name through the years in Chattanooga Red. Hadamas is down. Fort Wayne wants further punishment. The referee was on hand. Something to consider now is the force of the contact and the point of the contact. And oh, well, you can see why Fort Wayne are pleading their case. It looks like Mercer is late over the ball with the studs. But the decision for the referee here is, again, the point of contact. It's the studs to the ankle area, but also the force. Mercer isn't lunging into it. He's going for the ball. There certainly is contact there, but it isn't terribly forceful. He isn't pushing down with his leg or swigging it wildly. So the referee has given him a stern warning, but no cards as of yet. Mercer doing very well to intercept the pass. Careless giveaway from Fort Wayne. Now the forward is dropped all the way back. Instead, Ayambila keeps it himself. Another clash and a late whistle. And we spoke about JP Jordan's responsibilities tonight at right back. Not the first time those two have run into each other on the near side, literally and metaphorically. Jordan does get the ball there, but you can see it's sort of trapped in between his legs. The referee saying maybe that his right foot going over the ball and making contact first. Sometimes players think as long as you get the ball, it's a clean challenge, and that's not the case. Almost the exact same blade of grass we saw a few minutes ago on the dead ball. This one a better delivery. Contested, kept alive by Adewole. Right back in and away. No shortage of early whistles in this one in the 18th minute. So at least we'll restart play and a chance to catch their breath, Fort Wayne. And this is shaping up to the billing of what this match was expected to be. Back and forth, back and forth. It is not easy with the intensity that both of these sides play to settle down, try and play through the press, show that they're proven against it. Instead, it can be frantic at times. So now it comes down to the decision making. Ayambila deciding to go into the challenge with the leg extended, and again, it's late. It's not going to be long at this rate till we see the first card. The Ghanaian may be fortunate to not see his name in the book yet. So with that frantic pace of this match, the players have to take their opportunities to settle things down when they can. Like on a free kick. Hadamas does just that. It's a good ball in, headed back in front, and then cushioned one more time. Looked something between a cross and a shot for Ryan Betcher. Maybe trying to just loop it in to the far side netting. Didn't come off the way he was hoping. Intercepted in midfield by Harmas. Gets it right back. Might have thought about a go from there. Instead, Oyatunde on the near side. Jordan has stepped up. Fort Wayne are finding the spaces. Oyatunde trying to carve out some for himself, and he's very well defended in the end by Ayambila, but only for a corner kick. Referee making sure it is properly on the line. Michael Rempel with the honors. What can the Paraguayan conjure up? Well, we'll have to wait first. The referee having a talking to with just about everybody on the field, since everyone has decided to crowd the 6-yard box. Hopefully Jason Smith isn't claustrophobic. In swinging delivery to the near post, and the whistle sounds right away. On the field, smart decisions win games. Off the field, smart decisions save lives. If you've been drinking, don't drive. Pass your keys to a sober friend, call a rideshare, or take public transit. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. A reminder from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. Hernandez. Acosta. Now a rare chance to see Chattanooga set their shape. Another big switch. Ayambila has found some grass. Hernandez not so much. Hounded immediately by J.P. Jordan. Does well to turn out of it. Clipped in towards Mercer. Solis first to it. And then more confidently away by Diaz. Healy leading the charge. Sliding in. Smith managed to get it away. Always a bit of a gambit. Leaving your feet in front of the goalkeeper. J.P. Jordan sliding to that right back spot tonight. The Texan has seen plenty of the ball on both sides of it. Former MLS Next U19 Golden Ball winner and a national champion with the Solar SC Academy. Producing some excellent pros through the years in the heart of Texas. Reggie Cannon, a name that jumps to mind. Played at that right back spot for a number of teams, including the Stars and Stripes. Mercer wins it back. Cruyff turned to his right. Hernandez again. Standing it up. The delayed run there. Keeps it alive. Squared one more time. Mercer fighting for it. And the shot from distance curling wide. Gomez slicing across the ball. Spinning toward that top right corner, but beyond it in the end. It's good work from Josh Ramos on the delayed run. Mercer does well to get there. You can see the ball takes a little bit of a hop right before Gomez goes to strike it. Ramos going down, and that will certainly be a free kick. The USL on the CBS Sports Network kicks off April 18th with an Eastern Conference showdown. Charleston Battery takes on the fast start Tampa Bay Rowdies at 3 p.m. Eastern. Catch the action on the CBS Sports Network on April 18th. No shortage of set pieces thus far for the hosts. Yet to really wave the magic wand and conjure anything special. And Shipman will fall on this one assuredly. Jordan given space to go forward, if only for a moment, as the Red Wolves push numbers higher up the pitch. The pace of this game settling now into a more measured back and forth compared to the first 10-15 minutes or so. Mercer going down again, clashing with Juan Solis. That's going to be a real battle to watch all night long. This one lost in the sun. Kinsner with the header. Awudor goes down, clutching his right ankle. And then Ayimbila with a bear hug, and the referee waves play on. Numbers forward here for Fort Wayne. Healy, Oyatunde, back towards Healy and cleared away. Betcher on the loose chance. Harumas. Only one teammate in the box. Didn't like what he saw. Tague Healy has responded so well to the pace of this match. Almost every pass he's played has been one touch. And it's opening up space, especially on the near side for Oyatunde, a crafty winger who wants to drive at defenders and make things happen. As Clarence Awudor, the Frenchman, still down after that collision we saw. Awudor joining after a standout campaign at UCF, helping his school to their first Sun Belt title in program history. Set the single season assist record with 15, and you can see he falls on it very awkwardly. It's so unfortunate. Athletic trainer immediately onto the pitch to help out, but that is not a fun one. Chance for Scott McKenzie to shift things around. Someone who wears his heart on his sleeve and proudly. The emotions overflowing all season long last year. A fan favorite in Chattanooga. He told us earlier this week that sometimes it can look like he's very angry, to put it nicely, but he said he's just fired up, has so much passion for the game, for wanting to see his players succeed and grow, both as players and as people. As Awudor is helped off of the pitch. He will get checked out to see if he can soldier on. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Awudor still trying to keep that right ankle as cool as he can, seeing if he can go on. He's nodded toward the bench. Brave young man. Gonna try his best as the drop ball restart is given away. And here's Grayson Mercer on the prowl. Options either side. Picks out Hernandez. Stands it back up one more time. And still not clear. Gomez. Well, it was nearly a carbon copy of the first goal we saw. Grayson Mercer didn't see shooting space. Fort Wayne did enough. Now Tague Healy. Might be in a bit of trouble here. Oh, that's some excellent footwork to get out of a jam. And now he's away. And now he's invited his teammate forward on the far side. Big sliding challenge as Jack Thomas does enough to win a throw. Again, there's that one-touch passing of Tay Keeley, the creativity that he has. Was a 2024 USL League Two Team of the Year selection with Seacoast United. 13 goals and 11 assists in that season. Finalist for the national MVP. You can see why. Challenge off the ball with a late whistle. And the referee has a big decision to make here. Solis once again involved. Having a conversation with the AR, and was there a kick out there? Was it a clash of players just losing their bearings? The pocketbook has come out. It was right in front of the fourth official as well, who may have had the best look at it. And it's a free kick in favor of the Red Wolves. And no yellow cards resulting from it. The referee just taking some notes. Clever play, opens it up for Hernandez. And the whistle goes for contact way off the ball. Referee wasn't even looking at the far side where the play was developing. And it may only be the first meeting between these two sides, but doesn't look like anybody will be making friends anytime soon. Solis staying out of trouble for now. To the far side and overhit it. Forced back. Fort Wayne, a team that was at the top in USL League Two for a number of seasons. Back-to-back-to-back division champions. Conference semifinalists in 25 and 24. Promoting from within, 13 players making pro debuts. Meanwhile, Chattanooga with a number of players up and down the roster who featured for the Red Wolves at USL League Two. Two clubs that have shown exactly what the growth of this game is all about in this country and in USL. Young players, players from all over the world, able to find their footing and make a name for themselves in their communities. And the passion of both of these sides on full display. It's boiled over a couple times though, and players will need to keep their nerve as the night goes on, as Clarence Aoudor's night will likely come to an end here. This is a very unfortunate sight for the Fort Wayne faithful. A man who came up through the Stade Malherbe de Caen Academy in France. Of course, a side that has produced greats in midfield over the years, like N'Golo Kanté, the World Cup winner. And Aoudor will be treated for that injury, and it is instead Ian Abbey, the 22-year-old New Jersey native, the first change of the night. Signed his pro contract earlier today, was on a 25-day trial period, and impressed Coach Avery enough to earn a full spot. So congratulations to him. Well, the clearance not a good one, and it pinballed around for a minute before Shipman rushed out of his goal mouth to fall on top of it. There really is an element of chaos at play here, some unpredictability. And now we will see the first card of the night. It is the teenager, Oyatunde. I don't think he can have many complaints about that one. The temperature of the match certainly merited it. Take another look at it. It's a big touch from Ayambila. He's inviting that contact, and Oyatunde falls hook, line, and sinker for it. So on his first professional start, he's in the book shortly before halftime. Headed by Adewole, who wanted a corner kick, and he won't get one. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your ticket to great seats. So Lease going route one. Instead will fall kindly for Rempel, who wants nothing to do with it. Excellent first touch, though, by Gomez to bring it back down from orbit. Hernandez. Back from Ayambila. That's a lovely ball through to Bentley, who went with the outside of his right foot, and it's out for a corner kick. Haramas coming across, but that half second of opting for the right foot rather than the weak foot on the left may have just allowed the chance for the defender to get across and take away the angle. Red Wolves corner kicks brought to you by Pepsi. Hernandez on the outswinging delivery. Instead, opts to stand it up, and Shipman goes down. Part of this veteran backbone for Fort Wayne. So many young players, but Burns Shipman, one of the best goalkeepers in League One for a number of years. Schalke 04 Academy graduate. Made his name in Madison. As now Bentley is late and will get a yellow card. And again, Fort Wayne want further punishment. First booking for the Red Wolves. It was Haramas motioning for a stamp. See this again? No, certainly not there. It's a foul, it's late. It's Bentley's first, but likely getting the card for persistent infringement. There's been so many fouls that the next one was going to be a booking no matter who. That yellow card serving to just settle things a bit. We'll see if it works. Jordan bravely going into it and has the battle scar to show for it as he's checked out by the trainer. Matt Bentley with 7 goals in his first trip around the sun with Chattanooga last year. Still yet to open his account in 2026. Was a big part of their early season turnaround, was scoring goals for fun as soon as he joined the club. This here a bit of a different story for him. Again, only the 3rd game of the year for Chattanooga. Still undefeated. Bentley in search of his first goal since October 25th against Westchester. Had 3 in the first 2 matches of April last year. Karamas. Idea didn't quite come off. Ramos has stayed high. Mercer, the pass behind him and unable to reorient his run. Shipman with a cloud of dust. Did well to strike through the ball. Mercer with a good win. Now Bentley going down. Referee says free kick for Chattanooga, but there's an injury for Fort Wayne. Let's take another look at that. And Grayson Mercer won the header, but may have been an upstairs arm against Michael Rempel, who was down. It was Betcher late to it to concede a free kick. And I believe since Michael Rempel went down holding his head, he'll have to clear concussion protocol first. That's what the referee was motioning for. So Fort Wayne will go down to 10 temporarily. Hernandez having a discussion with Ramos. It's been the former on most of the set pieces tonight. And will be his left foot once again. Right in the mixer. Free header saved by Shipman. Danger still present. The second ball fired into traffic and the third over the bar. Shipman stands tall and the Fort Wayne back line does enough. It's a looping header from Hernandez. Shipman tried to parry it away, but it wasn't clear. Acosta on the rebound was blocked off the line. And then Kinsner, the center half, couldn't keep it below the crossbar. After such a great stop, Burn Shipman will get a warning for time wasting. Not often you see that in the 43rd minute, but the referee doing a good job of making his feelings known early on. Look how compact both sides are on the goal kick. It's a very crowded middle third, and so far that uncertainty has led to a lot of back and forth as Shipman just about secures it. A nervy one there for the veteran shot stopper. Grayson Mercer almost picked his pocket. Oh, it's Hyundai. Healy onside, on the near side. The step over once, twice, 3 times, and the cross deflected. Falls to Jordan. Doesn't fancy a go. Karamas does! And that one might be out of the stadium. Well, the Deportivo La Coruña Academy product, not known for long-range efforts. And the hunt for his first goal for Fort Wayne will go on. Hernandez's right knee lets him down as we near first half stoppage time. JP Jordan, the tactical switch tonight at right back, has helped this side to preserve their lead for 42 minutes and change now. It's just 45 seconds. That's all it took for Tag Healy to break the deadlock after intercepting a loose ball at the back. Had teammates either side of him and made a name for himself in college as a playmaker, but also knows to score when it counts. He had 4 goals in 4 straight postseason games to finish his college career, including the game tire in the College Cup final for NC State. Wolfpack would eventually fall in overtime to the University of Washington. Hernandez making sure JP Jordan's jersey is fitted correctly. Bentley's header down, settled by Adewole, and then cleared away by Thomas. 4 minutes to be added on at the end of the first 45. Abbey goes over, and that will be a yellow card. Did well to shield the ball. And Adewole with a silly challenge, it must be said. It's a frustration tackle. He didn't have a chance to get this ball. See Abbey check the shoulder and then step in front early. And that will be the easiest yellow card that the referee will have to give for quite some time. Adewole, just his second start tonight, the former Charlotte Independence man. Scored against AV Alta last time out, his first for the club. Not known for his goal scoring. He did get a goal last year for Charlotte, but it was his first since 2019. Everybody up for Shipman. Mercer, second to it. Second ball picked up in midfield by Betcher. Motioning the run forward for Oyatunde. His touch is too heavy. Not long now if Chattanooga are to go into the locker room with a level score. Coach McKenzie on his haunches. Look at how far everyone up is for the Red Wolves. Only a couple shirts on your screen. Fort Wayne will settle into their block and win a goal kick out of it. Burn Shipman has been decently busy tonight, more so on set pieces rather than shots. Did have that one solid stop against Pedro Hernandez that nearly led to another. Jason Smith on the other side of midfield has had very little to do. That first goal was unstoppable, but since then Fort Wayne haven't had a shot on target. There will likely be a number of changes at halftime, especially with the yellow card starting to fly out. But as of right now, Fort Wayne nursing a 1-goal lead. Thomas goes down, and that will be a free kick. Adewole is on a yellow card, and the referee is reminding him that. He has to be more careful. protesting his case, but you can see it's a poor first touch that allows for the 50-50 ball, and he absolutely does not touch that ball again. And if that was closer to the center of the field, that may have stopped a promising counter. But in the channel like that, so far away from goal with a number of his teammates back, Adewale is lucky to walk away from that one unscathed. Rempel headed on and just beyond the back post by Jack Thomas. The final action of the first half. Tag Haley stealing the headlines before anyone had their pencils out. Matt Bentley still in the hunt for his first, and Chattanooga in the hunt for their first tonight as they are down 1-0 at home to Fort Wayne FC in the Wolves' Den. A very back and forth affair, and both players granted some reprieve with the intervals whistle. Fort Wayne 1, Chattanooga 0. That frantic first half has come to a close, but there will be plenty more in the second half. Changes to be made and lots more soccer to be played. But first, the halftime show on the other side of this short break.
This isn't just a team, it's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
He shoots, and he scores!
.45 minutes down, the first ever meeting between Chattanooga and Fort Wayne. The weekend off to a busy start as we take a look at the goal and the save of the week.
That one unmarked. Teal got it deflected. It falls to Rodriguez. It's 2-0. Rodriguez was able to play it off to Babacar Dien.
When Knoxville confuses the Sarasota defense, Georgian Peterson, the defender, steps up in line with his midfielder, and look at that space for Chris Teo. In behind, his square ball is blocked, but when you give the ball to Babacar Dien, magic happens. He slots it with a beautiful curled finish. 10 goals last season. Dien opens his League One account in 2026 for your select USL League One goal of the week.
Took a knock last match.
match and is unavailable for selection. Chance out front, and Delgado stepping up to the plate to deny Azad Liati. How about Lalo Delgado with confidence, not afraid to leave his line.
Let's take a look at the team of the week as well. Jonathan Bolaños getting the all-important equalizer for Sarasota last time out. Braudilio Rodriguez with a standout performance for One Knox. Pato Botello-Faz as well for Union Omaha, who scored a penalty earlier today against forward Madison. But Ajmir Spengler, the player of the week, off to a roaring hard start with the New York Cosmos, providing goals and assists and so much more for that side. As we step aside once again, more after this.
The header is down! It's in! Charleston takes the lead and stops! Nice ball sent in! Doubles the Rowdies lead.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
This isn't just a team, it's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Back again at the Wolves' Den, 1-0 at the break. If you're just joining us, Fort Wayne with the lead over Chattanooga. We took a look around USL League One. Now we'll toss it over to USL headquarters. Here's Dan Lucas.
It is halftime in USL League One. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines this week. Boise welcomed pro soccer in grand fashion in Week 5 with a League One regular season attendance record. 7,211 fans watched AC Boise draw 1-1 with new rival Spokane Velocity, an inaugural home match that will be remembered forever. Westchester SC's 5-goal outburst in Week 5 was the most goals in franchise history for a single match. It was also a memorable night for midfielder Connor McGlynn, who scored a pair of goals, giving him 4 now through 3 games. McGlynn scored 4 goals the entire season in 2025. Our first League One Coach of the Month is forward Madison's Matt Glazer, who guided the Mingos through the month of March with 2 big victories, the club's first ever 2-0 start. Madison knocked off defending champ One Knoxville on the road, then handed FC Naples its first loss of the season. National broadcasts coming up in the USL Championship. Charleston Battery hosting Tampa Bay Rowdies next Saturday. And the USL Cup El Clamico, Rhode Island and Hartford on the 25th. Both matches are on CBS Sports Network. We're getting closer to the second half. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
This isn't just a team. It's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves.
He shoots, and he scores!
Back once again at the Wolves Den, a beautiful sunset on hand as we prepare ourselves for the second half. But first, let's take a look at how the first half went down. Just the one goal to talk about, but plenty of back and forth soccer on hand. And it started very early on. Tague Healy able to sniff out the danger. Reads the back pass, sits down one defender through the legs of a second and past the goalkeeper. An excellently taken strike for his first as a professional. 1-0 Fort Wayne in minute number 1. After that, Chattanooga entered the driver's seat. They were getting the ball forward. They were putting opportunities together. This one, a great chance as Hernandez ball square was intercepted. And then Omar Gomez with the one-timer over the bar. Takes a hop right as he's about to strike it. Does well to get through the ball, but always bending away in the end. 11 minutes later, and another opportunity for the Red Wolves. Gomez again, this time trying to slalom his way through the box and burn Shipman out of his area. Able to deny him the second chance opportunity. Fort Wayne had the numbers back, but there were some hiccups defending Chattanooga, especially with so many moving pieces. The Red Wolves not afraid to put a cross in the box in a minute 41. They did just that. Burn Shipman rises to meet the header from Pedro Hernandez. Then a shot off the line before Kinsner's volley is too high. Another look at this second chance. Bentley keeping it right on the line, but it stayed out of the back of the net. 7 shots in total for Chattanooga. The lone shot on target for Fort Wayne was in the first minute, before the 52nd mark. Since then, we haven't really seen Jason Smith called into action for the Red Wolves at the back, but 2 yellow cards for both sides will be something to watch out for. Plenty of challenges in this match. It's getting very physical, and of course, with the pace of play in this game, players are going to clash into each other more often, more 50-50 duels, and more fouls as a result of that. Let's take a look at the current standings. Union Omaha have snapped 4 undefeated streaks in a row to start their season. Not the team you want to be playing right now. Meanwhile, Portland and Sarasota sitting just below the playoff line very early, as New York Cosmos have gotten a couple wins together. Richmond, Corpus Christi, AV Alta in search of their first win. As this stands, it would be Fort Wayne's first win. That would bring them up to 14th. Again, very early on in the season, and a win can change you as much as 3, 4, 5 places. But you can see there is not a lot to separate these teams so far in the season. It speaks to the competition, the level of play in this league. In 2026, it's going to be something to watch out for. Any team can get hot at any time. That's exactly what head coach Mike Avery told us earlier this week when he was getting ready for his first season as a professional coach with Fort Wayne. He said the nature of this league, the travel, the fixtures, the pace of play, the style of play. He said it was, quote, so difficult to see a team be dominant for an extended period of time. So it's all about hitting your stride at the right time and making those strides early in the season to put your best feet forward. Fort Wayne have done that. Coach Avery saying this squad is getting a little bit better every week. That's exactly what you want as a head coach. And this may be the time for the first domino in the win column to fall. They've got a lot of work ahead of them. Tague Healy with his first for the club will lead the press in the second half as Chattanooga makes their first change. One sub for Fort Wayne as Clarence Awoodor was replaced by Ian Abbey. Benjamin Meyer, the referee tonight, reminding Hernandez to wait for the whistle. Great look at the beautiful select ball, the official match ball of the USL Championship on display. As Credence Clearwater Revival welcome us to the second half, and Chattanooga do need a little bit of fortune their way if they are to get back into this match. Hernandez gets us started. Beautiful sunset christening the backdrop of the Wolves then. If you're just joining us, Phil Galati with you for USL League One action on ESPN Plus. Chattanooga on the left side of your screen in the red, Fort Wayne on the right in the yellow. Harry Jolly, who was the lone change from the starting 11 last time, is now back into the match, as Toby Adewole will make way. It was Josh Ramos who took Jolly's spot in the first 11 tonight. Scott McKenzie has gone to his bench. Fort Wayne again going to keep numbers deep to start this second half, but Chattanooga will stretch their legs a bit. Going diagonally rather than direct, it still ended up in the middle of the park. Hernandez. To the top of the key, Mercer with a push, and he'll be called for it. Grayson Mercer got his first professional goal in the season opener, the game winner against Greenville. His first for the Red Wolves and now his second season. Someone who head coach Scott McKenzie knew from a young age, knew he was going to be something special. Coach McKenzie saw him play out in Utah in League Two for the Red Wolves system. Brought him to Chattanooga after he played his college ball with Michigan State and Western Michigan. Former 3-year captain of Park City. Another USL 2 to USL 1 success story for Chattanooga, and so many on this roster. Jason Smith, Omar Hernandez, Omar Gomez. Just a couple players starting tonight that have all featured previously for Chattanooga at various levels, as it is Omar Hernandez who called for a foul. JP Jordan shrugs it off. The fans right in front of the challenge certainly didn't like the call. We saw the referee have a chat with Omar Hernandez in the center circle about 3 minutes ago, and it doesn't look like Hernandez was able to stay out of trouble for long. The pass was there, it was overhit for Hernandez. Now Rempel. Good ball. Healy saw the run there by Abbey, but it might be too late. Chattanooga have gotten numbers back now. Abbey managed to keep it. Healy stops it on a dime. Clever footwork. Challenge came in, but no appeal from Thomas. That will likely be a talking to. No. Referee sounds the whistle quickly, and Betcher gets on with it. Ryan Betcher, someone who and Coach Mike Avery had his eyes on since the midway point of last year. Joined Union Omaha in the middle of the season. Still managed to finish second in scoring in 2025 for Los Bujos. The tip of the cap for that fan who managed to get a hold of the ball. A yelp in midfield. Play will go on. Tunde, awkward one, but still alive. Zian Abbey now. Rempel has kept the width on the left foot. Healy trying to settle the bouncing ball, and difficult to do so. Hernandez using his body, doesn't get the call. Thomas wants it. It was toward him, but Jolly intercepted it. Now Fort Wayne doing a much better job of winning those second opportunities. Able to keep attacks alive as this one goes out. When they're losing the ball, the visitors aren't without it for very long. Thomas clattering into Acosta, who wanted the call. Instead, play continues on the far side. Excellent first touch to bring it down. Feet that open up the cross on the far side from who else but Omar Hernandez. And the shot from range is another one over the backstop. You have to feel for the poor ball kid that now has to go search for the ball in the darkness. Abbey does well to shield it. And again, Fort Wayne, rather than playing through the press, are inviting the contact, winning the free kicks, and then taking those set piece opportunities just to set their shape. Seeing if they can drag a couple Red Wolves players out of position before going forward. Abbey plays the 1-2. Betcher made the underlap. And now Chattanooga will step up a bit. You can see the space that Grayson Mercer is taking up. Everybody was back for the cross, and then when it didn't come, they started to get a little bit forward, Chattanooga, so that way they could send passes direct like that. Rempel intercepting. Abbey turning. Thomas tried to poke it along. Oyatunde was there. He's late to it, and the counter may be on. Here's Ayambila. Continues his run. The move breaking down just a little bit. Michael Rempel in his 4th start for the club. Played his college ball with Lindsey Wilson in the NAIA. School that has produced a number of professional players, both domestic and international. Also featured in USL League Two, but for Asheville City. 7 goal contributions and 11 appearances for the club. Haramas. Poor pass. It'll go all the way out of play. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Chance for the Red Wolves fans to rally in their battle cries. And something to cheer for now as Hernandez has found some space on the far side, going into the box, and well defended in the end by Thiago Dias. Matching Hernandez stride for stride. Not diving in, or rushing the challenge in the 18-yard box, and won the ball cleanly. Another change being readied in the Fort Wayne area. Assistant coach Keelan Barker in charge of some personnel duties tonight. Been with the club since 2020, Coach Barker. Previously coaching at Indiana Tech as well. Helping that school as the head coach to a 31-7-6 record. Continued contact at the far side, and that may be a booking, and it will. Eric Kinsner now in the book. Didn't want to let his man turn and picks up a caution for it. Thomas has the speed. You can see the pull on the shoulder there. It's always going to be a yellow card. Thomas upset that he didn't get the separation he was hoping for. Thomas, someone that head coach Mike Avery told us to watch out for tonight. Someone who was, quote, a great find for us. May have slipped through the cracks in college. The Englishman played at Louisiana State Shreveport. As well as Bowling Green, but players who don't play for those big name schools. Like your Indianas, your NC States, your Virginias. Head coach Mike Avery said it's those type of players who are willing to fight tooth and nail at the next level to earn a contract and prove what they've got. Someone who always seems to find the pockets of space, said Coach Avery. He helped find this opportunity. That Hanema swings in, and it's over the bar. Solis at the back post for insurance. Can't steer it on target. The sky now is sea of Chattanooga red. Will it be a beacon of good luck for the hosts? Hernandez, touch and go, that comes off of the defender. Take another look at that last chance. It's a great ball in, and then it's flicked on toward the back post, and it was Juan Solis there to meet it. And the referee has to come over to head coach Scott McKenzie, who is irate and will pick up a yellow card. And will pick up another yellow card, and Scott McKenzie is sent off. In a matter of seconds, Chattanooga's head coach will not be on the sidelines for the rest of this match. Boos ring out around the Wolves' den. Scott McKenzie not done speaking his mind. And if you can read lips, you can see there was some language there being used that does not fall within the laws of the game. Pro officials told us this year that one of the points of emphasis for their referees was dissent and verbal abuse of match officials. And the center referee tonight, Benjamin Mayer, taking exception not once but twice and enforcing that law of mutual respect. Coach McKenzie, an incredibly vocal and passionate coach. His love for the game knows no bounds, but he will go to the locker room for an extended period of time now. As tempers are flaring, another yellow card comes out. Two players squaring off that the referee will break up. Omar Gomez and Jack Thomas exchanging words. Now this is the time that both sides need a leader to step up. Remind their teammates that they have to temper the nerves. There's a bigger task at hand. It can be so easy to be swept up in the adrenaline of it all. As now Luke Winter, the coach on the sidelines for Chattanooga, will be the one to speak to officials for the rest of this night. Jack Thomas on the yellow card. That's a late push, and this could get ugly. Yellow card immediately shown to Harry Jolly. The referee does a good job of breaking it up before anything can spiral. He knows that he was late to that and quickly trots back. And you don't do that against a goalkeeper. You know that Burns Shipman is going to come down with it, and that's why Fort Wayne were so incensed. Jolly knew exactly that he was going to get a yellow card. And as soon as it came out of the pocket of the referee, that's when the crowd dispersed. So for those keeping track, that is 10 yellow cards now in this match. 2 of them shown in a matter of seconds to head coach Scott McKenzie. And a number of players on both sides walking something of a tightrope for the last 27 minutes and change of this match. Thomas sees the overlap. First time ball cleared by Jolly. The first ever meeting between Chattanooga and Fort Wayne, creating a fiery reputation for what could be a budding rivalry. To the near post, headed on, and it was almost how Fort Wayne drew it up. Tag Healy, not one of the taller players on the pitch, but first to it. He did well to loop it back across. Check out the new 2025 Chattanooga Red Wolves kit, along with t-shirts, scarves, novelty items, and much more at ChattanoogaRedWolves-SC.com. So Matt Bentley in midfield on a caution. Eric Kinsner, Toby Adewole, and Harry Jolly all on the back line for Chattanooga, also on a caution. For Fort Wayne, it's Juan Solis at the back. Daniel Oyatunde up top, JP Jordan in midfield just a moment ago, all with the booking. Those will be the players to watch for the officiating crew. Hernandez, and the space is there. That pass is too far in front. Out for a throw. Again, the fans bringing the noise. After an extended time away from the pitch, both sets of players roaring to go. But would do well to see this match out with 11 on each side. Swing and a miss from Ramos, courtesy of a well-timed tackle. As now the Red Wolves keep the pressure on in the final third. Wessels. Blocked shot on the near side. Again, it's Ramos getting forward from the back in the hunt for his first goal of the year. Wingbacks pushing higher for Chattanooga, starting to tuck in a little bit more in the final third. Looking for those overloads in and around the box. This is a Pepsi corner kick. Third of the night for Chattanooga. Training ground play with plenty of hang time, and Solis has met it well. Immediately gets some appreciation from his teammates. Kinsner was there, but it is the height again of the 21-year-old Colombian coming into play. Outswinging ball. Only as far as Omar Gomez. Chance to break now. Fort Wayne need reinforcements. Healy waiting as patiently as he can. Wanted to drive, but knew it wasn't the best choice. 6'8" Solis now. Rempel. Abbey. Push and go in between two. Beyond a third. On the near side with Betcher. First time ball. Met by Kinsner. Rather, it was Jolly getting there. As now Mercer can't keep it, and Diaz nearly found the top right corner. Not often you see a center half step into the ball like that. The captain does well to read the mistimed first touch. And again, always rising. Players going for power tonight. Just needing a little bit more poise on the placement. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Clipped up towards Mercer. Wessels lets it run across his body. Ramos taking the space. Pass didn't come off the way he was hoping for. And has won it right back. Clever idea. It's going to stay in, but the foul comes in. Rather, no, just a throw in. Thought the referee might call for something there, as Ayumbila and JP Jordan not in the mood for pleasantries. So Luke Winter now in charge of organizing this side. Man who's been with the club since 2019. His second season as an assistant coach for the senior side, but has also worked with the academy and the Lady Red Wolves. And he is now saying a few things to the fourth official. Thomas there late. Ramos with a nice touch. Bentley trying to stretch his legs. That's poor from Tague Healy. Bentley will walk away winning the free kick. On the field, smart decisions win games. Off the field, smart decisions save lives. If you've been drinking, don't drive. Pass your keys to a sober friend, call a rideshare, or take public transit. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Reminder from the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security. Out of play for another Chattanooga corner. Corners tonight brought to you by Pepsi. The fourth of the evening. Hernandez over all of them. The former Dalton Red Wolves man. What has he got in the locker? Solis there. So too is Diaz. And a player down. We'll see the whistle sound. It's Ian Abbey, the man fresh off the pro contract he signed earlier today, who wins the foul. Played college ball at Rutgers alongside Fort Wayne goalkeeper Ari Briscoe, and Burns Shipman, the goalkeeper tonight for the club, getting his final warning. Wanted an extra yard or two. The referee not having any of it. Mercer, foiled by the bounce. Wins it right back from Diaz. Bentley wanted it. Instead to the far side. Sent in towards Bentley and well over his head. Good find for Healy. Wessels with a good win. That's a big challenge. Mercer went down hard. No protest for a card. Now look at the force of this one. And it is shoulder to shoulder-ish. Michael Rempel certainly doesn't go through the upper back of Grayson Mercer, but there is excessive force in that. That's what the referee has spotted. This one looping towards goal and nearly sneaking underneath the crossbar. Omar Hernandez from miles out nearly did it all himself. You can see the moment Burns Shipman realizes it's closer to home than he expected. Starting to backtrack, but it didn't have the dip in the end. Red Wolves bringing the high press. Aaron Lombardi has entered the fray off the bench for Chattanooga. And on the back of that substitution, a double change now for Fort Wayne. Tague Healy's night is done, to be replaced by the Frenchman Lilian Ricol, as well as Jaden Smith slotting in on the back line, taking off the forward Jack Thomas. Smith, the 19-year-old from Coventry in England. And pardon me, he turned 20 a few weeks ago. A belated happy birthday to him. Joined his boyhood club's academy, Coventry City, at age 10. Currently managed by England great Frank Lampard. So now the final 15 minutes, the first ever meeting between Chattanooga and Fort Wayne. Tague Healy was just taking a well-earned spot on the bench with the first and only goal of this match in the opening minute. Around the league, the battle for paradise. FC Naples holds a 1-0 advantage over Sarasota in South Florida. There's Christopher Garcia with another goal for his new club. Union Omaha got the 1-0 win to go top of the table earlier today against forward Madison. And of course, earlier this week, Spokane 3-1 over AV Alta on Tuesday night. Westchester with 3 points and a clean sheet against Sarasota on Wednesday. And then after this match, tune in for some West Coast soccer as Spokane host Richmond at 9 Eastern. And AV Alta and AC Boise wrap up Saturday night at 10:30 Eastern. Yanis Leilin, the latest substitute for Richmond, for Chattanooga, excuse me. Placing Matt Bentley. Leilin, the Spaniard, played his college ball with JMU. Lived in Paris for the first 9 years of his life. Born to a Spanish mother and a French father. Then moved to Spain and joined Rayo Vallecano. Formerly served as a captain of their youth setup for 3 years before coming to the United States to play Division I college soccer. 5 goal contributions for the Red Wolves in just over 1,500 minutes in his debut season as a pro. Can he be the X factor down the stretch tonight? Karamas does enough for the throw, and Leilin wants the visitors to go quickly. Only one substitute remaining for both sides as we enter the final 10 minutes of regulation. Leilin up for Mercer. Hernandez with too heavy of a first touch. Smith, was he robbed of possession? Not quite. Throwing in favor of Fort Wayne. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Yellow card out once again. There's Trace Terry. Ohio native will pick up a caution after only entering the match a little while ago. Ball spending a lot of time bouncing tonight, and that is a dangerous one. It was unfortunate as soon as Jolly put his head down for it. Now they lean towards goal and too close to the keeper in the end. Shipman knows he only has 8 seconds. Ricol. Shoulders over Josh Ramos. Frenchman protesting his case with the goal and an assist already. After playing 1 year last year with UCF alongside Clarence Aoudor. Ricol named the Conference Newcomer of the Year and Tournament MVP. Previously played professional in his home country of France with Chambly-Oise in the 4th tier. Throwing in favor of the Red Wolves again. Loose in the box, Ramos, second to it. Betcher was there. Whistle once again. Player in a real spot of bother now. And he's all 6'8" of Juan Solis. More look at it. And again, it's another errant arm, this time on the part of Harry Jolly. who is on a caution. Eileen pulled back, but that doesn't deter him. Nobody's showing short. Good movement by Lombardi. Omar Gomez. Ramos opens up with the first touch. Tried to force it through. The split ball wasn't on. Ricol stays upright. Breezes through midfield. 2-on-3. Trying to get a third player forward. Smith has joined the attack. And the cross has way too much on it. Terry with fresh legs. Chasing it down. Nearly winning it. Clearance right to Ian Abbey. Shouts from the Fort Wayne bench to keep the ball here. And will try their mightiest. And Coach Mike Avery told us about how difficult it is to play on the road week after week. After this, it's another road trip to Lewis City in the championship for Fort Wayne in the Prinks Tires Cup after the late shoulder there from Omar Gomez, who does not have a caution as of yet. But then after that, it's home sweet home for the first time for Fort Wayne. Coach Avery told us earlier this week how difficult it is in this league to get points on the road. About a quarter of teams last year on the road picking up all 3 points. Even less than that for expansion teams in their first year, around 10%. He told us that he knows the challenge at hand, but that these players are more than up for it. That week after week, spending time together on the road brings them together. Training sessions, the hotels, the bus rides. And he said, for somebody who's been around this game for 3+ decades, that is what you remember. Those are the lifelong memories, the ones you make with your teammates as family. You might remember a couple goals you scored, tackles you made, maybe if you ever got sent off, but it's the time you spent together traveling that really brings a group together. Fort Wayne looking for the final piece of the puzzle for their first win as a professional club. All the emotion on hand for JP Jordan, who has taken the reins of his new position with full force. The center defensive midfielder turned right back may have found himself a new home. Ramos, good ball in. Hernandez nearly lost his footing. Leline, in swinging ball. Lombardi beaten to it by Jordan. Settled by Gomez. Ayambila one more time. Solis took a stab at it, but may have come up worse for wear. Well, the opinion of Coach Winter, easy to see, and now he'll get a yellow card. At this rate, the Red Wolves might run out of coaches before the night is done. Next up would be assistant coach Greg Warden. In his first year with the first team, serving as the head coach of the second team. Lombardi gets the inside lane on Jordan. Lombardi cutting it back. Didn't want to play it in on that right foot. Gomez, clever touch. Back heel opens it up. Wessels didn't like the first time shot. Hernandez in front! And a half a second away. Grayson Mercer delaying the run. Just a tad late to it in the end. And the ball bouncing in front of him as well would have been very difficult to reach. Omar Hernandez couldn't thread the eye of the needle. Ramos, Aileen. It has been all Chattanooga down the stretch, but they only have 4 more minutes to keep the undefeated streak alive. Lombardi going over and a free kick, and another yellow card, and a sending off for second half substitute Trace Terry. Fort Wayne down to 10 in the dying embers, and a red card as well to the technical area. A second Chattanooga head coach sent off, and it's Greg Warden, the assistant. Scott McKenzie given his marching orders, so too is Greg Warden. Coach Luke Winter also on a yellow card. Coach McKenzie may have some unexpected company now. This is the second yellow card, and there is a push there. Is there enough for a yellow card? Maybe, but on a booking, Terry has to be smarter than that. It's a needless foul. The pass was gonna go there anyways. He gives the peace sign on his way out. But peace of mind, anything but for Fort Wayne assistant coach Keelan Barker. Can Chattanooga do anything with the man advantage? They'll get a chance from the corner kick. These two teams will meet again in Fort Wayne on August 15th. You have a feeling that may be circled in red on the calendar for both these sides. Second ball in from the corner kick, met by Solis. Kensner clattering in. Referee motions the Fort Wayne player to his feet. Wessels. Pushed over by Lilian Ricol, who kicks the ball away. That might be 2 yellow card worthy offenses. He only gets 1. The Red Wolves bench up in arms. We'll watch this again. That's probably a yellow card with the force, and then right there, you can see the reaction. And then has the audacity to give a round of applause to the Red Wolves fans. That is certainly something that will turn up the temperature in the final minute of this match. A wild, wild contest. The first meeting between these two sides has lived up to the billing and then some. And an excellent show of sportsmanship on the far side, it must be said, by Jordan Iambila. May have accidentally bumped into some of the athletic training staff on the far side and immediately went over to show his apologies. May as well highlight some good sportsmanship, as it deserves recognition on what has been a frantic evening. '95th minute. Ricol on a booking, hoping not to be the second substitute sent off. Meets the throw-in. Charlie there as well. Wessel's the third. Smith all the way out. Referee's gonna let this one go. Mercer against Solis. Solis on a booking. Doesn't foul. Leline. Everybody in the box. It's a good ball. Back down in front. Still loose. And then Wessel's trying to guide it in with the instep. Blocked at the top of the 18. Referee with a check of the watch. One more chance. Shipman won't come out for it. That'll be a goal kick. And it's the first win in USL League One for Fort Wayne. As soon as the referee blows the final whistle, and he has. No, he's gonna let this play on. Well, apologies for getting a little bit ahead on history, but it sounded like the referee was going to bring that one to a close. Still checking the watch, 96th minute. Long throw will reach the box. Gomez fakes the shot. Almost lost it. Going over, and that will go out for a throw. And now, for certain, for sure and forever, the first win as a pro club for Fort Wayne FC. Tague Healy's goal, enough to get the job done at the Wolves' Den. They hand Chattanooga their first loss of the season on home soil. Bernd Shipman lauded for his efforts as Fort Wayne have announced themselves in USL League One. Welcome to the show. Omar Hernandez with an excellent performance tonight. So many excellent crosses. Tonight's man of the match presented by Riverside Beverage for the hosts. He still has 4 goal contributions in 3 matches tonight. A duller spot on what has been a very bright start to his campaign. As we step aside for the post-game show. 1-0 the final. We'll bring you the highlights and more after this.
This isn't just a team, it's a statement. We don't just represent Chattanooga.
Let's get it poppin', let's get it poppin'.
We run it.
Let's get it poppin'.
Built to battle. Fueled by pride. Driven by the pack.
Let's get it poppin'.
Chattanooga Red Wolves. He shoots, and he scores!
What an ending to this match. A second half that saw business cards handed out left, right, and center. Fort Wayne go down to 10, but they have the goal advantage on the board from the first till the final minute. We'll take a look at the play of the match presented by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. And it was the goal in the opening seconds from Taig Healy. It's a great hit from 20 yards out through the legs of Kinsner, beyond Jason Smith, and his first as a pro, able to secure all 3 points. The first in the win column for Fort Wayne. That was the lone goal, but there were plenty of highlights to talk about, so we will take a look at the tail of the tape, the first ever meeting between Chattanooga and Fort Wayne. That was the goal in minute number 1 to separate these two sides, and it would prove enough in the end. But again, after that, the response was there from the Red Wolves. Just unfortunate not to find a breakthrough, but not for lack of trying. 41st minute, a good set piece, a header, maybe creeping in toward that far post, but Burns Shipman wasn't taking any chances. And then a great block off the line as well. Look at the diving save. Hit the fingertips of the left glove to it. And the second ball fired in from Acosta. Couldn't find its way through the clump in front of goal. Second half, and another great chance, this time for Thiago Dias, the center back, putting on his shooting boots from 25 yards. About a million miles away at the end, but look at the power on that strike. 74th minute. The cross into the box, nearly fooling Burns Shipman. It was Omar Hernandez, the set piece specialist tonight. Couldn't find the back of the net, and then going down a man, Fort Wayne able to get enough bodies back to put this cross in harm's way. It was Omar Hernandez, but couldn't find a teammate on the end of it. 12 shots, but just the 2 on target for Chattanooga, with possession almost right down the middle. 10 yellow cards, 2 red cards. A night that lived up to the billing, and it will be a very interesting rematch on August 15th in Fort Wayne. But for the first meeting, that will do it. The first win as a pro club for Fort Wayne FC. Taig Healy etching his name into USL League One history. The Red Wolves, off the back of a dominant campaign, see their undefeated start to 2026 shattered on home soil. That's going to do it from an action-packed contest at the Wolves' Den. Excellent chances, plenty of cards, and all the entertainment on hand tonight. Of course, plenty more League One action coming your way later on in the evening, but that'll do it for us here. For everybody making this broadcast possible, our incredible camera crew and our producers, led by Mauricio Rodriguez, I'm Philip Galati saying so long and have a great rest of your weekend. Good night.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.